Yeah, man, welcome back to the channel. Everyone, you don't know, this is Nicardo Media House, man. I'm going to review the game. Last night, Reggae Girlz versus Canada at the National Stadium. We lost 2-0. Canada is a very tough team, man. But, before I go into the video, people bless up on themselves, Really appreciate all the support. It mean a lot. And, the fans them that turned out last night, man, to show their appreciation to the Reggae Girlz, give them that support, the utmost respect, cheer them on. The bands that was in the stadium last night was just constantly beating the drum and playing those instruments. I really appreciate it, man. Just to give the girls and the support. The first leg is dusted and over. We under two. Going into the second leg next week Tuesday. It's going to be a packed BMO field. But it's all in the game, man. You're going to win, you're going to lose, you're going to draw, but I'm just going to give, my quick review over here and, just give my honest opinion on what I think about the game. First, I'm going to go into a little tactical side of the video, then, I break down, some of the stuff that, should have happened and why it didn't happen, but look, man, you don't know. Really appreciate everyone coming over here to watch this video. Utmost respect to everyone. But I'm going to jump right into the video. Goalkeeper, Rebecca Spencer. Rebecca Spencer had a wonderful game. She made, I think, five saves. Yeah, 5 saves in the game. She kept us in the game, from minute 1 all the way to minute 98 until the final whistle. She made some crucial saves in that game, a couple 1v1. She stopped. So, appreciate that, man, Rebecca Spencer. You've been doing a tremendous job, since you make your debut. I think 2018, I think 2017, 2018, she made her debut for the Reggae Girlz. Yeah, so I'm going to break down this game and tactically, I'm going to talk about some stuff that happened in the game. A lot of position awareness. People was out of position. People was stepping out of their own zone, going into other zone to mark, and it was leaving a lot of space. In behind our back line. But I'm going to start it off. The first piece of action that happened in the game. It was our chance that Jody Brown got in the 13th minute. I think that at that point when Jody Brown, went into the box and cut in on her right foot, she should have took that opportunity and shoot that ball. But I think she trapped back that ball on her left foot, and it was a weak attempt. But right after she trapped that ball on her right foot, you could see the image on the screen. I think she had like two options. She could have either lay that ball to Bonisha to the right side, or she could take a quick snapshot and try to get the ball on target and see if you could get that goal. But she didn't do that. She kicked the ball with her left foot and it was a weak attempt. 18 minutes. That's when Elbrook loose, man. Den and Kanya Plummer. They were challenging for the same ball and both of them got caught out of position. So I don't know what they were thinking, man. I don't know what they were thinking, but look, just after that ball plays and just I think Alice Swaby and Blackwood, made an attempt for the same ball and the same player, and that ball played out right. I think it was Lawrence. Just after, you could see on the screen, she had so many space going down that right side. So when both Kanye and Blackwood got caught out, just by attempting to win that ball, the Canadian player, have so many opportunities to go down the flank. And by time, Blackwood came over to block that option, the player already made up her mind to just go down the flank and get that ball in. And as soon as that ball placed in, Kanya Plummer, she was out of position because she stepped out of her zone and trying to win that ball, and that's how we got caught out in that first goal. And Alice Swaby, she got bullied in the box, by Prince, and she just kind of spin her and just butt the ball in the back of the net. and we didn't have an answer to that. Moving on, the 31st minute, Swaby gave away the ball to Quinn. I think they were building up the ball from the back line, and she was trying to play it out, and she misplaced the ball to the Canadian number 5, the dangerous midfielder Quinn, and she made she gave Leon the ball same time, and Leon just drop in deep, collect the ball, and just start to run at them, and she created a chance from that. So we need to solve problems like this going forward. In the 33 minutes, Quinn passed the ball. I think it was one of the back three defender. I think the right centre back, the Canadian right centre back. She passed the ball to her, and she kind of playing it back to the defender who is in between both left centre back and right centre back, and she misplaced the ball. She didn't put enough pace on the ball, and Chaina Matthews, got the ball, and she got hold of it, and I don't know what she was doing. Like, these little small chances, we have to take these chances, because we're coming up against a tough team. It's not going to be so many chances. So when they get your little half of chances, you have to take them. And she skied the ball over the bar. At one point, I think she could have even give Bonisha that ball, going. She could have even fake that shimmy down the left side and, cut that ball in, because both defenders were coming at her. So, maybe could have dragged it back on the right foot, and later after Bonisha, probably get a clearer shot. Who knows? But the 41st minute, Canada got an opportunity down that their right side and our left side again. They just kept attacking, and Denisha Blackwood side. And if you see, when you could see the image, on the screen, open, you guys watching the video on YouTube, you guys could open the image, on a wider screen, so you guys could see the image more clearer. So when that ball went over on the right side, both Kanya and Swaby, they were in a better position, as both were sandwiched the Canadian centre forward Prince. So when that ball came, Kanya Plummer was right in position to clear that ball for a corner, and that's how they should have defended that first goal, the goal that they scored in the 18th minute, and they were in a better position. Moving on, the 22nd into the second half, that ball, Denisha Blackwood got caught up the field again. I think it was Canada kicked the ball off, and they were we turn over the ball, something like that. And that ball was in almost a little bit, probably like 20 yards away from the left hand side. From was a little bit center, and that ball, it was in the midfield, and Denisha Blackwood, she was all the way up the field already. Vian Sampson, she was out of position. So as soon as that ball, came in, everyone was out of position. So unfortunately, that ball didn't score. But this is the thing, tactical awareness. We are not ready, tactical awareness in this game, as I don't know what we were doing. So many times players just got out of position, and the Canadian team, they just swarm the middle, with players, and then put the ball back out. It's like they drag our players from the wide areas into the midfield area, and then always have that extra runner on the touchline to get those balls into the box. And that chance that Canada got, it didn't score, but it should have scored. Yeah. So in the 47th minute, a ball passed from in the center circle in the midfield to Prince, and Alison Swaby follow her right out in that number 6 position, in that zone where Sampson should be. And she got caught out of position, and that ball, soon as that ball placed, that true pass, that, because when Prince got the ball, she laid off back to someone in front of her, I think, and then that ball go on the left side to Sydney Collins, and she just cut inside on her right foot, and that ball bend around that back post, but it didn't went on target. So another thing, the Canadian, they've been dragging our defenders out in deep water, and play that ball back wide. And when that ball go back into the box, there's always room in the back line. So they just exploit us in that area. In the 56th minute, Leon, the Canadian forward that scored the second goal, she dropped deep, to collect the ball and was allowed to turn with any pressure. The midfielders are too far, but if you look on the picture, on the screen, when Leon picked up that ball, our three midfielders were in a straight line, got caught out of position, and, they were in the players in the middle of the park to attack the player and try to stop her, so it caused one of our defenders to drop out of her position in the defense line and trying to step out. But I don't know, man. So many tactical error in this game. We didn't play like this in the FIFA Women's World Cup, so I don't know if it's fitness or what. I really don't know. But Primus, Samson, Drew Spence, everyone, were poor, and where to mark the Canadian players zonally or try to mark them man to man, as we were playing three in the middle, and I think they have three in the middle as also, they played a 3-5-2 formation. So they have three midfielders, we have three midfielders, and we were nowhere near them in that middle of the park. But right after that, Quinn disposes Drew Spence, in the middle of the pitch. And as soon as, she could lay that ball off, who was around her 5 to 10 yards away from her to receive the ball? It's Leon and Prince again. Both Canadian center forward, as Leon took the ball up and dribbled right across the box. And, she shoot, but, Rebecca Spencer saved that ball again. Another opportunity, in the 63rd minute, Will shall leave her right back position to go all the way in the midfield to stop an attack, and she got caught out of position, and the Canadian player, Prince and Leon, they could run behind those spaces, and it created another opportunity for the Canadian team to score again. The 65th minute, that chance that we got, Bonisha, when I think the shot was blocked and it came back out to, I don't remember if it was Primus, that ball came back out, but just before Bonisha, opened her foot to, just before Bonisha could have get the opportunity to shoot that ball, I think she could have laid that ball to Shaloy. Washington, the young 17-year-old, was right out there on the left hand side. She would have a better opening, area to get a shot to goal, but Bonisha, again, she's not looking out for her teammates. Time and time, she being a little bit too selfish. But the second goal, came in around the 92 minute. Just before that play out, the Canada right side, Kanya Plummer got caught out of position again and trying to close down Grosso, the number 7 that came on in the second half, who is about 45 yards out from the penalty box, and so because, she tried to attempt a tackle, from Grosso, she didn't dribble any further, and she just played the ball out on the right, and that's how that ball came back into the box. And where the ball was, it was at the near post. So as soon as, Alison Swaby saw that, a danger was coming when that ball placed out to the right hand side, it was a little bit too late, because Kanya Plummer was supposed to be here right at the near post again. The second goal again scored on us, and it came down, from our left side, they're coming down their right side. And, as soon as, Alison Swaby saw that ball, coming, she was trying to get in front of Leon, and, she couldn't, because she anticipated that a little bit late, because probably Kanya Plummer stepped out of position. She thought she would have made up enough grounds to get back in position, and it just didn't work, man. But Canada, they kind of surprised me, with their 3-5-2 formation. They never played that position, not one bit in that FIFA Women's World Cup, so no one really was expecting that, but they came to Jamaica with a game plan. They knew that the Reggae Girlz play compact, they solid defensively, so they probably just work on stuff, in their training camp, try to how to disrupt the Jamaican backline and the midfield four, both wingers and the double central that we're playing, the double pivotal. So, two up front. Sorry. So, two up front, those players just kept dropping deeper and deeper, and, our defenders falling for it, and they just chasing the man around. Prince and Leon, man, there were some there were some like ticks in the skin for the Reggae Girlz defenders. They were all over. Because the space between the defensive line and our midfield, it was too much of a gap. So they had so many rooms can run in between that line and picking up the ball. And just whenever they pick up the ball and turn, our defenders, especially our two center half, is like always 10 to 15 yards away. So when they're coming at them, they're just backing off. They had no more opportunities to try to go further and try to close it down, as everyone was far away from the ball. The pressing game, it was awful, man. They even overload our wing back position. As I said, they came with a game plan and on to disrupt a very solid Reggae Girlz team. And, it worked. It worked. I talk about her, man. Number 5, Quinn in the midfield. She's a general. She dictate the game. She set the tempo on all the Canada team attack. She break up plays. She just played a really complete overall game defensively and attacking. She break up plays. She laid the ball off to both strikers. But we just couldn't get players around her, as the game plan was try to isolate the Reggae Girlz midfielders away from Quinn as they drag us out on the wing, and then Quinn is always in that center circle, waiting for that ball to then make those true pass or those passes into the final third. But I have questions, for the Reggae Girlz. Why Chantal Swaby didn't play? Is it because of injury? Is it because of tactical issue? Try to give Kanya Plummer some game time. Kanya Plummer, she's a former captain. She's the one that captained the team last World Cup. So I don't know what was that, man. But Chantal Swaby and Alice Swaby, both the sisters, they played really good in that World Cup. So I don't see why, we should have, break up that little partnership right there. I talk about, our position awareness. It was poor in that game. The defensive and the gap between our defensive line and midfield, it was too much of it was too big. The substitution, I wouldn't complain. I think he made his first couple substitution in that 53rd, 55th minute of the game. So I'm not really too confused. But what Tiffany have to do to start in this team? Simmons, the striker. We could see Kayla McKenna got a run out, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Lauren Danielson, just change it up a little bit. Use different players, use different formation or set up the team tactically different. You can't lose. You can't lose if you do that. The team already been playing good. Just try to. I think we didn't done our homework and try to get Bonisha in the game much more. Every time when Bonisha get the ball, is always 3 or 4 players surrounded her, and that's what happened in the World Cup. So I think we should have worked on something, how to get players more close. I think the chance that Jody Brown got in the 13th minute, I think that came from a press from Primus, and I think Bonisha got the ball, and because Primus was a little bit closer to her, the ball ended up ricocheted back to her, and then she played that ball out to Jody Brown. And I think that's so that we get the first opportunity in the 13th minute, man. But Lauren Danielson, man, he has a lot to do. The second leg is next week, Tuesday. 26 in Canada, man. At the BMO field, it's going to be a jam-pack arena. We are already under 2-0, 2 away goals. So, we need at least 2 goals on Tuesday to try to bring this game. If we win this game, the next game 2-0, it's going to be a very sticky game. It's going to be rough, as they're going to come up against their home fans. So I don't know, man, if we can win that game by 2 clear goals. I don't know, but it's going to be crucial. But if we get 2 goals by the end of the 90 minutes, it will go to extra time, as both teams will have away goals. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's really looking bad. Is it that our players are not fit? I don't know, because even in that 41st minute, our players were really looking legged. Samson, she was walking from that first goal score, she was walking. I don't know what she was doing. She signed for a team, I think, in Japan, in China. So I don't know if she's out of season. If I don't know when their season start over there, but she was on break. So I don't know. It's fitness. The WSL. Most of the girls playing in the WSL in England. So that league don't start until I think next week or week after next. The American League is on. So the girls who playing in the women league in America, they are in season. So but most of the European girls that coming from Europe, they're out of season. So I don't know if it's fitness is an issue. We weren't pressing enough. We were just walking all over the park. But look, man, it's But thanks for watching, man. You don't know, this is my review on the game. This is Nicardo Media House. Peace out. Salute.
In the city life, I'm feeling so alive. Drifting around the corner, got them shades on my eyes. It's a pretty little thing by my side that's flawless. Why you niggas still chasing routes?